Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Tevin Marshall from Simple Forex Options, and I'm going to be walking through you guys just a quick tutorial of the updated version of the Trend Racer. As you guys can see, there's a lot of things that has been removed off of the charts in order to create a little bit more of a much more smoother look within the markets. The previous version was very noisy. And also it was very good, but it was also very noisy too as well. You had to do some sifting out and a little bit more thinking before you took a trade. Now I added in the confirmation line, as you guys can see right here. There's a confirmation line that's hugging the price, which is this aqua blue line right there. But this confirmation line is the main one that you want. You see this blue line right here. This is the main one that you want. And if you guys look at the rules, the main thing behind all of the rules is that it's best to take a signal when it's not only above your confirmation line, but it's your confirmation line that has to be pointing up. This is letting you know the direction of the trend. And those are the type of trades that you want to take advantage of. So if you look right here, this blue signal that comes in right here, the markets was originally slightly going down. You have a confirmation line starts to go up. The moment that you kind of see it turn up like this, you see this confirmation line come in, and you already have the arrow to confirm it for you. This should be a signal that you should get in on, and you can ride it out for the next couple weeks. These are daily charts for the Euro USD. I usually recommend using the trend racer on hour 1 to hour 4 to maybe day 1 charts. I think they work the best on hour 4 and day 1 charts, but it's all up to you and how you decide to use it. This new line that I added in right here is somewhat acting as a support and also will act somewhat as a resistance on the other side. But this is just letting you know when the a next is pretty much warning you that a take profit is about to come in. So you don't have to worry about it just kind of abruptly coming out of nowhere. You'll kind of get that warning beforehand. Some take profits you may not necessarily get warnings on because they may not necessarily be set up that way. But on this one, for example, you'll know, for a couple days ahead of time that eventually you're going to want to get up out of the trade. This kind of helps you to not always have to depend on support and resistances. Now, it would be good to have those on your charts to be able to help you out to sift out those decisions. But if you decide not to have them, you can go based off of this alone. And this alone kind of acts as a support as a resistance. Although you don't see any lines that it's bouncing off of, you're able to take profit and to get out with some profit pretty early. As you can see right here, we have the same retracement lines or by confirmation or by continuation lines. All this is saying is that this is a uptrend. The market slightly moved down a little bit, and now they're continuing itself up to move itself up back towards an uptrend. That's usually a good sign. So we have another signal. This is the same buy signal, same buy trade. If you look over here, you see it's another signal that comes in that's letting you know that a take profit consideration is coming up. And as you can see, 3 of them, or 2 of them actually, because this is another one right here, but 2 of them end up popping up around this level. And all of these, you can get alerts and stuff. So it's not like you will be in the dark. You'll usually get alerted to let you know when something is upcoming. I think this is much better than, chart watching and waiting for things to hit a certain level. Of course, you see your buy retracement signals come in. Those have been the same. They were kind of tweaked a little bit, but they have been the same. Our confirmation lines kind of going by different logic, and also our trend entry lines are going by different logic too as well. This kind of helps them to not be as frequent, so it's not 3 or 4 of them coming in back to back. And as we can see over here, you see things are kind of slowing down. They're establishing itself. Of course, you could have got out way back here, but if you wanted to sit in, you can do that. The confirmation line too as well, when it's kind of showing more neutral or a trend change, you'll see it kind of go gray. And that's a really good sign that the markets are either starting to slow down in pressure or they're not necessarily going the direction that they were previously going. So you may want to not trade during those moments or during those times, only when it's that solid blue color. You see a solid blue all the way up. And then that's when you start to see around this area that it starts to slow down, and it's letting you know that the trend has exhausted itself. And of course, the same rules go for the sell side. Same rules go for the sell side. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Of course, we have the stop loss signals. Um, so those are given. You see the X come up is usually a stop loss consideration. So that would be on the buy and the sell side would be the same exact thing. And the other rules are more so practical, but as you guys will see when you read the description, and I suggest you read through all of the rules in the description of how to trade with this. But I always suggest that you only trade trending markets. You can be able to pull a pair up and you can see if a trade is trending or if it's very noisy. Like um, if you see certain type of charts, you'll know whether or not it's very noisy. So look over here. This is noisy, right? Although you don't have a lot of arrows and stuff coming in, it's a little bit more sideways. You still could get something out of it, but it's not necessarily trending like you wanted to. This is more of a trend. You see how it smoothly transitions itself into there, and immediately this line starts to make its way up. Even if you had got in on an upper candle around this area, you're still talking about more profits in the weeks to come. And then you see you have your take profit signals just a couple weeks actually before it ends up exhausting itself, probably about a month before it exhausts itself. So you could have even avoided times of ranging markets too as well with that. So um, that is all that I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure that you shoot me a message. And also too as well, just in case you guys don't know, we will be trading with the Trend Racer daily live on YouTube at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. And we usually use that for our long-term signal taking opportunity. So make sure that you tune in to Simple Forex Options, and you'll be able to benefit from those too as well. Thank you.